Good morning. We're going to do 4 seasons, and we are going to dip our brush in a little bit of water, but we're going to use our trusty old fan brush, and we're going to go with a little bit of blue in the sky. Now we're doing our painting on a palette thing that has like 4 different sections here, and we're just going to do the sky a little bit, make it a little bit of a blue, but we're not going to do the whole sky, just some of it. And we're going to go over in here a little bit. The beautiful thing about painting 4 different panels is things go from one to the other, to the other, to the other. And you just keep going with it. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to paint 4 seasons. We're going to have spring, summer, fall, and winter, all in one picture. And it might sound a little complicated, but it's not too complicated. We're just painting in a fun style it just explores the artistic possibilities. Okay. We're going to put a little bit more blue up in here. We just want a little bit of blue that's going to strengthen it. We're just going to build up some blue. More blue. Okay. If you get extra, you can just squish it up there. It ain't going to hurt. Now we're going to, I believe we're going to take a little bit of white, and we're going to just blend it in here with some of the blue. White and blue makes a real nice light blue color, and we just want to make it look like there's a little bit of drama going on in the sky. Make it look like it's alive and got a lot going on. Now we're going to grab a little bit of white. We're going to go with a little bit of white just to kind of lighten this down. We don't want the blue to overwhelm. And in this picture, we don't want the blue to be over the whole entire picture either. And sometimes with our whites here, we just want to kind of make it look like it's a fluffy cloud. Just make it look like it's got some character to it. The more character that you put in your paintings, or your artwork in general, the more character you put in it, the better, the more you give the feeling of life and texture, details. You want to keep all that stuff in mind, and you want to create pieces of artwork that people can be impressed by, that people can observe and enjoy. Now let's see here. We might want to take a little bit of green over here, and we might want to start on some of the background. Now, the background is what's further away from you. And we just want to put our colors in here kind of lightly, because what's in the background is going to look further away. We don't want everything to show up too much. The stuff that's further away, we want to just leave it with less detail. And we're going to go with some green over in here, because this is spring and summer, so you're going to have some green in the bottom here. Because in the spring and summer, you definitely would have green in the bottom. So we're just going to put some green over in here. This is an enjoyable, fun piece of artwork, and I'm sure that you will enjoy creating. It's just a fun little piece of artwork that shows a message. It shows 4 seasons. It basically shows what this scene would be like in 4 different seasons. And that's kind of an interesting little concept. Hopefully you'll have fun creating your little world, and hopefully everybody will enjoy your little world. Because creating your little world is kind of fun, it's enjoyable, and your little world can be the way you want it to be. Because in nature, nothing is perfect. Nothing is perfect. You just want to represent your little world. The great thing about doing an acrylic painting is acrylic dries quick. And acrylic, once it's dry, you can go over it, and get your colors real strong on it. Or if you want to blend in colors, you can do that as well. We're going to go with a little bit of green over in here as well, because that's in the fall. And we're going to have a little bit of green, although the green won't show out near as much in the fall picture. Okay. I'm thinking in the ground on the fall picture, we may just have to do a little bit of red and go with a little bit of red over here. We want to get a little bit of water and probably a little more red. Okay, we're going to go with a little bit of red along the bottom as well. This picture isn't quite very realistic, really. Um, it's more kind of like folk art. It just kind of it's kind of not realistic, but it's just it represents what it is, which is an interesting little deal. I think we might put up our fan brush for just a little bit, and we might get our little brush here, and I do believe we're going to start on something here on the right side here, and I believe we're just going to do it in black at first. We're just going to put a lighthouse over here in the winter time, and we're going to make the roof of the lighthouse. Now the lighthouse, it won't be black, of course, when it's done, but we're going to use black just to get it started, just to give a good foundation, just to give you a good starting point, and also to establish where your object's going to be. Because once you establish where it is and you put some sort of color on it and you've got it there, once the acrylic gets dry, it's going to be real easy to put in details, because all you're going to do is just lay it on top, and you can leave some of the background showing. Thus, it's just going to be it'll be so much easier to complete the picture or the image that you're representing. It'll be so much easier to finish your lighthouse once you actually have the lighthouse there. It's just in a certain color, but it won't be later on. But once you get the lighthouse established, it's going to be a lot easier, and that's the way it is with almost everything in painting. Once you establish where it is and it's there in some sort of form or another, it's real easy to finish it. Real easy to put in details and make it come to life. And that's what we want to do in our little world, is we want to just bring it to life, and we want to make it look real good. Okay, now we're going to put a couple little buildings which you can't really tell what they are. You can't tell what they are yet, really. But we don't necessarily want to know what they are yet. So we're going to put another little building right here. You can't really tell that's what it is as of yet, but you will be able to. Now, we've got that part over there. Now I do believe, now down here is going to be water. So we're going to kind of go with a reflection. We're going to try a reflection here, because everything that's up here is going to be reflected down here. So we just want to go with a little bit of reflection. Now, I believe we're going to wipe off our brush just a little. Now, right over here, somewhere around in here, there's going to be a little covered bridge. So we're just going to put a beginning for the covered bridge right in here. It's not the finalized. It'll gain its shape later on. We made a boo-boo there, but that's okay. We'll correct that later. Now, right here we're going to have a little cabin, so we're going to make our cabin shape as well. The thing is, what you want to do is you just want to establish where things are and block out an area for them, because putting in details will be so easy later on. Now, I believe over here there might live a little barn, but we're just going to black it in as well. There we go. Now see how many things that we've kind of established where they are? And I believe that we have got enough for right now, and we will continue.